In this video, I will go over my 10 tips that will help you get better at Rainbow Six Siege. Starting off with the first tip and most important tip is you should always go for improving yourself. You should never settle for the skill you're at right now. This can be applied to everything in life. If someone in the NBA wants a higher vertical jump, they should start practicing on being more explosive. If a pro league player in Siege wants better aim, they're going to start playing T-Hunt more. Never think you've reached your skill capacity. You should always think of ways to improve what you could have done during a round that could have been better, even if you clutched the round for a game win. There's always something to work towards. Now that the first tip is covered, let's talk about another important tip. You have to put more time and play if you want to get better. With that being said, you need to cut something out of your life. Personally, I have a hard time watching pointless YouTube videos. Whatever it is that you do in your downtime, you need to change it. I know that people have lives, they have kids, a job, relationships, social life, whatever it is. If you truly want to get better, you will find a way to cut something out of your life. Moving into the third tip, which can apply to almost everyone, which is you need to use your brain. You'll see so many people running around the map looking for people to shoot at. You need to start using your utility to your advantage to slow or counter the enemy. Start listening to callouts and remember them. I hear people all the time asking where someone is, even though the callout was made 10 seconds ago. And if you're solo queuing, you need to take a mental note on where your teammates are, playing at, etc. And know if you can call someone for help if you're in a dying situation. Just remember, this game isn't all about aim. You need to use your brain if you want to get better. The fourth tip is you should find a routine that benefits you. You need to be consistent as much as you can. Some people spend 5 minutes in T-Hunt and are good to go. Other people need 30 minutes to an hour to be ready to play. It all depends on the person. Experiment with what works best for you so you can stay consistent while you play. On to the fifth tip is learning the maps and rotations. You always have the option to go into a custom game and dissect the map with the softest structure and learn the vertical play on specific maps. There's always new angles to learn every time you play this game. Never think you know everything about a map. The sixth tip is also very important and can apply to everyone. You need to understand what your role is. There are 3 basic roles. You have the entry fragger, the flex, and a support. Find what role fits you best. If you win most of your gunfights, then you should probably be playing Ash, Zofia, Buck, Sledge, IQ, someone along those lines that don't have a lot of important utility. If you like to think more and don't have the best of aim, you should play support, Thermite, Thatcher, Hibana, roles operators that are more important. That being said, you should know what your operator currency is. Now you might ask yourself, I've never heard of operator currency, what is it? Well, the best way for me to explain it to you is, if you're a Thatcher and the enemy team has hatches cated, that then makes you one of the most important operators, because in order for you to get the hatch open as a team, you need a Thatcher, and if you die, that will disable your entire team from dropping down a hatch. You need to understand how important you are in certain situations. How someone like a Zofia, Buck, or an IQ, peek that person first. Onward to the 7th tip, which is you need to start using your drones more. You don't need to face check everything. If you don't know what face checking is, it's basically peeking a room or hallway with no information. Now, if you need tips on how to drone, I already made a video on it. There will be a link in the description. I also have a complete list of all my tip videos. I feel like it'll benefit you guys if you are looking for different tip videos. So just go to my playlist section on my YouTube and there's a tip playlist in there, and most of my videos can almost apply to everyone. Moving into the 8th tip is understanding what operator lineups you need. Let's just say in your ranked match, the bans are Jackal, Monty, Mira, and Maestro. Now the 4 other players on your team have already selected Thermite, Thatcher, Zofia, and Buck. Now I'll give you a few moments to think about what operator you should pick. If you thought of anyone besides IQ, you're wrong. If Maestro's banned, who is the next operator you think they will bring? It's going to be Echo. If you don't have the IQ, then the defenders might win while the Echo is still alive, and you guys are trying to plant with 10 seconds left. You should always try your best to remember what operators they might bring and have brought the round previously. Into the 9th tip, which I feel like a lot of people struggle with, is you should find a sensitivity that you like. Spend at least an hour in T-Hunt testing different sensitivities. Once you find one you like, don't be afraid to change it if you feel it's too fast or too slow. It's best you change it now than letting a month pass on and you feel like you should change it then, because once you change the sensitivity while a month has passed, you've lost all that muscle memory that you've gathered from staying on the previous sensitivity. Always try to find your sensitivity at the beginning and try to stick with it as best as you can. The 10th and final tip is trying to find a consistent 5-stack, which I also feel like a lot of people have trouble with. Now, you always have the option to just solo queue into lobbies, and if you like someone you meet, you can ask them to send a friend request and you can form a 5-stack that way. There's also the official R6 community Discord. There's a whole bunch of people in there. There's over 200,000 people plus. So you have 2 different really good options. Again, you can solo queue into lobbies, add people, and if you like them, start inviting them to lobbies, and you can form a 5-stack that way, or you can do the R6 Discord. But it's always better to have a consistent 5-stack with you than trying to solo queue your way through the ranks. That'll be it for the video. If you guys want to see any other tip videos from me, give me a comment down below. I have all my social media down in the description. I would love to see your beautiful face at my Twitch. I stream there almost every single day. I will have the complete playlist to all my tip videos as well in the description, as well as the R6 community Discord. That's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe consider liking or subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video.